Hey guys, in this video I'm going to give an overview of my Hedgehog Leatherworks sheath for my Becker BK2. I've had this sheath now for a little over a year and a half, and in this video we'll just kind of take an overview of the different features of the sheath as well as some impressions that I've had in that time. Getting started, you'll see that this sheath is very heavy duty, almost overbuilt, with very thick heavy duty grade leather as well as kind of top of the line hardware all around, double stitching. It's got this leather which has more of a rugged finish. It's not smooth. I've found that it holds up a little bit better to wear and tear than some other leather sheaths that I have, and it's also a bit less reflective than some smoother sheaths that I have as well. Getting started on the sheath itself, with the first and one of the main features is their patented rapid release strap. So we'll go ahead and take the knife out, and what we'll see here is that the strap itself is held on by this toggle, and if I rotate the sheath and knife a bit, you'll see that there's these two bungee cords that are made into the strap. And what that actually does, when I pull the strap off, it pulls the strap itself away from the path of the blade. So now as I pull my blade out, you'll see that it's not in the way and not in any danger of being of cutting the strap of the sheath. And this is something that Hedgehog was the first group to do. They have patented this, although I have seen some people who have made their own sheaths at home try and copy this idea. It's a really fantastic feature, especially with Hedgehog's preference most of the times with making Scout style sheaths. So for those who are not familiar with what a Scout style sheath is, the sheath is actually made to be worn in the small of your back on your belt. So it's actually mounted on your belt behind you. So in that case, as I'm pulling my knife out, I'm usually not looking at it. So it brings a lot of peace of mind knowing that I'm not in any danger of cutting away this strap. So I'll go ahead and remove my knife. I've got some other videos talking about the modifications that I've made to my BK2, including convexing the edge and really convexing the whole saber grind, as well as some of the upgrades that I've made with the handle and hardware. So I'll annotate in some other videos that I have talking about those things. But back to the sheath, you'll see here that the sheath itself is made with this really thick welt. Hopefully I can get the camera to focus in here. There you go. So it's got this really thick welt, which you can see in the middle of the two outside pieces of the sheath. And this is really to ensure that your knife is not going to cut through the stitching and actually poke out at any time while you're carrying the sheath on you. And it's very thick, so you'll see that it's going to last me years and years. That welt can also be seen from the outside of the sheath. You'll see it here is kind of this middle strip of leather that runs in between. As I mentioned before, the sheath is made to be carried Scout style. So we've got these two straps with two buckles each, which come open here, and then you'd be able to run your belt in through these straps and then snap down over your belt. And once again, that's designed to be done in the small of your back, so you're holding the sheath behind you in a horizontal fashion. This particular model, I've gone through and gotten some upgrades that they offer. The upgrades seen on my sheath have changed a bit from what they currently offer. But one thing that stays the same is that they've got this fantastic ferro rod that Hedgehog puts out, and you'll see that this ferro rod also utilizes bungee cords, which is great. So you can just pull and release the rod and pull it out here. You'll see that they include this very thick, once again, kind of heavy duty overbuilt ferro rod with this really nice leather feature in the middle of the lanyard, I guess you would call it. And the great thing about those bungee cords is that as you use your your ferro rod more and more, and the diameter becomes smaller and smaller, this kind of tight fit that I have now is going to become even more loose. And if I didn't have these bungee cords or any sort of strap, I'd be in danger of having my ferro rod fall out. So what they've done is they've actually put in the bungee cord, which allows me to strap it over the bottom of the ferro rod, and now it's in there nice and secure. The other thing that this particular model of the Sheath has, if I flip it over, is this Allen wrench, which can be used, if I pull my knife back out, which can be used to unscrew the hardware on the handle and actually remove the handle scales on the knife. They've gone ahead and removed this feature if you do get the upgraded model of the Sheath. And I guess to speak to that, you can buy a basic version of the Sheath which does not have the Allen wrench or the ferro rod or anything, and it's just sort of, if you can picture what the Sheath would look like without all of this section here, it's really the basic level version, which I believe now runs for about $189. And then for an upgrade, you can now get the ferro rod, which is mounted over on the side here, and then in the middle what they've done is they've added a pouch which you can use to store any sort of tinder or anything like that that you have, or maybe oil in a rag for maintenance of both the sheath and the knife, that sort of thing. And that is available for an upcharge. But because this is about 1.5 years old, it did not come with that pouch option at the time, and instead it came with the Allen wrench, which I think is great too, because it allows me to take my handles off pretty easily, and then I can oil under the handles and make sure that I keep everything kept up well. So I guess all in all, you'll see that it's very heavy duty, fantastically built. I do have a little bit of wear, as you can see, around the sheath, nothing outrageous, and I have worn it on me for multiple trips, hiking, camping, just kind of doing different things out in the woods and rubbing up against brush and things like that. It's held up extremely well. They do have a 25-year warranty, so that will work for you against any sort of blown out stitching, or if any of your snaps or buckles or hardware or anything gives you any issues, they will replace those. I might make another video talking about maintenance and different ways that you can treat the leather to make sure that it's going to last you a lifetime, which this sheath should. It should outlast me. I know that a lot of people have trouble spending more money on the sheath than the knife in this instance for the BK2, which is a less expensive model knife. But it's really a great investment to make, because it's going to protect my knife. And this is the kind of thing, as I mentioned, that you're going to purchase it once and you're going to have it for a lifetime. So I think all in all, it's a fantastic sheath. Definitely worth checking out their website to see the other knives that they make sheaths for. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. And to all of my recent subscribers, a big thank you. It's been really pushing me to push out more videos. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you pretty soon with a new one. Thanks.